What's up, guys? Chemist here from Meanwhile the Man Cave. We take a look at all things pop culture, games, toys, or anything we think is cool. And today, we are taking a look at the Todd McFarlane DC Multiverse Sergeant Rock figure. The man who would become Sergeant Rock was introduced as simply The Rock in GI Combat number 68 in January of 1959. Around 12 years before the wrestler that everyone knows as The Rock was even born. Sergeant Rock was created by Robert Kanier and Joe Kubert, and his military rank as sergeant wasn't even revealed until his second appearance in Our Army at War number 81 in April of 1959. The Sergeant Rock comic ended with number 422 in July of 1988. But the complicated history of the DC Universe makes the final fate of the soldier known as Sergeant Rock much less clear. Kanier had stated that his character had died at the end of World War II, when Rock died shielding a child from the last bullet fired in World War II. But other stories show Rock interacting with other DC heroes many years after the war. Whether these stories are alternate versions of the character from other alternate Earths, or the Sergeant Rock that most are familiar with from his long run of comics, we may never have a clear answer, since DC history seems to be in a constant state of flux. Okay, starting out, taking a look at that box. A little preview of the figure on the front here. Titled character on the side. And a little Sergeant Rock artwork on the back. So, let's stop wasting time on this box and bust the Sergeant out. Not much in the box, but the collector's stand itself. Alright, brief overview of what we're going to get. We get the stand for holding the collector's card, a shovel instead of a gun because, you know, Sergeant Rock would rather go into battle with a shovel than a gun, a knife, and 4 extra hands. Taking a closer look, this is the collector's card, basically just duplicating the art that's on the back of the box. And there's your figure stand. It's the same with all these collector's edition figure stand. Kind of flimsy, but hey, it's something. And here's the weapon of choice for Sergeant Rock, the one I remember reading about in all those comic books when I was a kid. Oh, wait a minute. No, I don't. But they decided to put a shovel in with the figure. Weird choice. Maybe it's PC or something. I don't know. But kind of weird that you'd have a World War II soldier with nothing but a shovel and a knife. Okay, an extra left hand for holding that shovel. And another left hand here. Not sure what the script would be for. And another right hand for directing his troops. If they make any other Easy Company soldiers, which I probably doubt they will. And here you go. This looks like a perfect hand for holding a gun that he doesn't have. And the only weapon Sergeant Rock has here is a knife. Yeah, at least they could have two-toned this thing. Colored the handle black instead of just making it all one color. But guess we can do that ourselves. And here's his helmet. Because most of the time that I remember reading Sergeant Rock comics, he always had his helmet on, so luckily they did include that. And the Sergeant Rock figure himself. Face is done up pretty good here. Like the uniform, got the dog tags there, got his belt, canteen and everything on there, backpack. It's all pretty cool. just something about these pants doesn't quite look right. I like the boots, but not the pants. Just kind of a mystery of why he doesn't have a Thompson submachine gun. Let's take a look at his articulation. Starting with his head, you've got his normal left and right motion. You've got some tilting of the head here, like you do with most McFarlane figures. And the ability to look forward. And a decent amount back. With his arms, you got the lateral movement there, along with the joint between the shoulder and the bicep for some twisting motion. Gotta dig that. The double elbow joint. Obviously, you have your forward and back. And down here at the wrist, you can twist, or you do have a hinge for angling that. At the legs, lateral movement, not extreme amount of motion there. You've got your forward kick, back, double knee joint. No twisting here at the hip, but you do have some twisting down here at the boot. Got a hidden joint right there. That's kind of nice. I like that. So that way you can angle that foot. A lot of range of motion with that foot as well, forward and back. And you've got a toe joint. All good stuff. That should be the same on the other side. So let's get Sergeant Rock into some poses, and I'm going to tell you what I think. Okay, so here he is. So the more I tried to pose this guy and the more I looked at this guy, the more I disliked this figure. It's the posing was really tough with this guy. He didn't articulate well. You know, even if you had some weapons with this guy, you couldn't even do very many good poses with him. That's unfortunate. And the fact that he doesn't have any weapons. My gosh, why didn't you just turn this into a Sergeant Rock, Martha Stewart 2-pack and gave him some gardening gloves and some petunias to plant with his shovel? Come on, man. Like what issue of Sergeant Rock have you seen where he doesn't carry some sort of weapon? He doesn't even have a pistol, for crying out loud. It's ridiculous. Not even one grenade. It's just flabbergasting to me that they decided they were going to release this figure without one weapon outside of a knife and then give him a shovel, for crying out loud. Ridiculous. And the other fact, look down here. He's got knee pads. What World War II soldier ran around with knee pads, for crying out loud? It's ridiculous. It's like whoever designed this figure had never read one issue of Sergeant Rock in his life. He should have had his bullet belts coming down across his shoulders. That would have made this figure look really cool. Hey, leave out the freaking backpack with the forks and spoons in it and his Boy Scout, 10. I just ridiculous that I don't know. It's just that it really bugs me the more I think about it with this figure. But anyway, if you got a choice to buy or pass, I would definitely say pass for the lack of articulation and weapons with this figure. So anyway, I want to thank you guys all for tuning in. If you can, give us a like and subscribe. It does help others find our videos. And come back every Tuesday at 9 a.m. for a brand new episode of Meanwhile in the Man Cave. I'll talk to you guys later.